Hello YouTube, we're back with another politic talk video. Been a minute since we done one of these, but y'all know I had to come with this news. So much so I had to push my vlog, which was scheduled to come out today. It's gonna come out tomorrow. Honey, it will come out on the 29th instead. Because Donald Trump has, we done finally got to look at his taxes, and it's a lot worse than what we thought. Now, we knew the mug was lying about being a billionaire, but honey, it looked like he might really even be a millionaire. But let's get on into it. According to this article from the New York Times, honey, they done got 18 years of Donald Trump's tax returns, which they saying that he ain't paid no income out of 11 out of the 18 years. 11 out of the 18 years. So as we go, scroll down some more. Since entering the White House, Trump has broken with tradition set by his predecessors by not only refusing to release his tax returns, but by raging a legal battle to keep them hidden. Now we see why he darn gone went out his way to keep the darn gone bugs hidden. All this time, you know, you was fronting to your supporters that you got in on the guys of being an excellent businessman. And I don't know how they fell for that shit. Because it was already on record that you done bankrupt not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 casinos. Now, how you dumb enough to darn gone lose at a darn gone industry where the game is supposed to be rigged in favor of the house? I always say that shit, and none of the Republican supporters can ever give me a legitimate answer. How in the world do you bankrupt a damn casino? Ain't the casino supposed to be rigged in the darn gone casino's favor? So the fact that he was ignorant enough to darn gone bankrupt 6 casinos, and then he had to file bankruptcy multiple times, that should show something within itself. And I'm not saying that, you know, bankruptcy is the end all be all, that you can't file some if you make a mistake here and there. But as a businessman who comes from a family, because Donald Trump came from wealth. It's not like he brought himself up like Oprah Winfrey, LeBron James, or anybody else of that caliber. Jay-Z, Sean P. Diddy Combs. Like, if any one of them would have went through bankruptcy, you know, we would have talked cash money shit. Like, look at Toni Braxton. She went through bankruptcy twice, and we darn gonna drag her. But, you know, she come from a humble family in the beginning. But here's somebody who comes from wealth, who supposed to be the, you know, the leader, the apprentice, and all this. You know, you was having people compete under the guise of you was the expert businessman. But it was already known then, your shit was shady. So the fact that people believe that you darn gone was the suave businessman off the guise of you having money, now we finding out, honey, I love to see what they think now, honey. But moving on. Yeah, but he waged a legal war and everything. Eugene Sterl, a tax expert at the Urban Institute, said he wasn't surprised that it turns out that Trump had paid almost no federal income tax. Most commercial real estate developers deduct large interest payments on their debts from taxable incomes, thereby lowering their tax bill. Honey, we seen, and then it comes to find out, according to the Young Turks, he was darn gone deducting his own personal houses, his private jets and stuff off as a business expense as well. His own personal residences. And then his family member somehow was able to get a loophole and darn gonna get their deductions taxed off on the same thing as personal expenses. Ain't this about a bitch, y'all? But let us do something like that. Let us do something on a minuscule level. Honey, let us forget something. Honey, IRS all over our darn gone ass. Now, I wonder what they're going to do with Donald Trump in the next 3 months or 5 years, because here's the other kicker. He's on the hook for $72 million. He got, and it goes, the article goes down to show it a little bit more. Here it is right here. A stunning $72.9 million tax refund that they immediately gave him, which they're now requesting back. But none of his businesses are profiting to the tune of where he can pay the $72.9 million. Now, I don't know if he's going to end up on the state, so he ain't having to worry about the $21.2 million, but they want the $72.9 million back from what I'm hearing. But the casinos are done for. The Trump towers are in the red. Ain't making that much money. And then most of them are just a darn gone name front. He don't really even have ownership of the damn the towers, from what I'm hearing. That he's just lending his name to some buildings. So he don't really own the darn gone tower, the Trump towers like that. So he can't even darn gone call himself liquidating. So for y'all to say, well, he might can cut his losses and just sell it on over. Well, hell, he don't even own it to damn sell it. He was darn gone using his name. And his name ain't damn shit now. Ain't never been shit for me, but now it ain't shit. Even on the conservative side, for him to even darn gone come out of this with a cup of corn, honey. So it goes to say Trump's outsized refund became the subject of a now long-standing Internal Revenue Service audit of his finances. The audit was widely known because this was the excuse that he originally gave us all, that he couldn't release his tax returns. And then IRS said, you can still release your tax returns even under audit, which he decided to annoy and all his darn gone Trump supporters. But I digress. And then it says, as a result of the refund, Trump paid an average of $1.4 million in federal taxes from 2000 to 2017. So 17 years, a so-called billionaire only paid $1.4 million in federal taxes, where everybody else on average paid $25 million over that same time period. So Beyonce done paid more in 1 year that Donald Trump done paid in 17 years. Jay-Z has had to be on the hook for more in 1 year than Donald Trump has in 17 years. Matter of fact, they said, and they're going, President Barack Obama's term just getting in. He grossed, they said something about, I think they said he paid $1.8 million in taxes. And Donald Trump, in the time that he got in, only paid a ridiculously small amount, to the tune of maybe like I want to say it was like $7,500, something ridiculously small, upon getting into the office. But you come from a family of darn gone established billionaires, though. And this is how you do to people. This is who y'all want to vote for my darn gone Republican supporters, honey. I ain't going to spend too much long on him because y'all know I got my darn gone fan off. Then it also further states that Trump has claimed $315 million in losses since 2000 on his golf courses, including the Trump National Doral near Miami, which Trump has portrayed as the crown jewel in his business empire. Likewise, his Trump International Hotel in Washington has lost $55 million, the Times is reporting. Really? So even testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, y'all, back and highly irritated. It's about 20 some minutes later, if you can tell from the time. I don't know what happened. I guess this is every time I do certain stories, my darn gone Logitech, my Logitech don't want to sync in with the Screen-O-Matic, and it's only doing select videos, because then I go and do a regular video and I don't have none of these problems. So I don't know if this is some darn gone conspiracy or what. But we gonna keep moving it on, honey. Now I'm irritated because now I got to sync the darn gone videos together, and that's gonna take time to edit. But I'm gonna still try to get it out late tonight. So I think the last thing I was mentioning was about the fact that Donald Trump paid about $7,500 in taxes in the beginning of his term versus Obama paid about $1.8 million. And then they was talking about how the pressures are about to pile up once it becomes due. Oh, not only is he on the hook for the $72 million in the tax refund, but $421 million in loans, which will come due within 4 years if he's reelected. Or with, oh, well, I think just 4 years in general. The $72 million is going to become due within months if he don't get reelected. On top of that, $100 million mortgage on Trump Tower in New York will come due in 2022. So even if he's the president, the bill is still due in 2022. But he ain't got no money coming in, cause he's the darn gone Captain Orange of bankruptcy. But he done bankruptcy himself too much. I mean, how does one is able to continuously file bankruptcy to this extent? Like, ain't it laws against the abuse of bankruptcies? But I guess when you the darn gone the chief of the land and you a self-proclaimed dictator, you get the darn gone scurry around the laws. Cause I swear, let this be in darn gone any black celebrity with 1/3 of this bullshit, and they wouldn't have been able to pull none of this off. They wouldn't have been able to pull none of this off. Hell, darn gone Toni Braxton went bankrupt 2 times, and she was part of the music industry, which we know how they do them. And she got clowned for a fool, yet darn gone Donald Trump get praised for shit like this. This is what I don't understand. I really don't. But this y'all excellent businessman that y'all want back in there for 4 more years to rip off the darn gone taxpayers. The darn gone golf more times in 1 year than Donald Trump has. Than Obama has in his entire 8 years that he was president. And even darn gone writing the tax write-offs and the security write-offs for the sake of your own golf courses, you still got in the hole. This is how ignorant and dumb of a businessman you are. That when you're in a position where you can write off tens of thousands of dollars on your golf expenses and still find yourself in the negative. You darn gonna own real estate and manage to crash that down to the ground, even during the times where real estate is booming. Matter of fact, real estate so much booming in North Carolina, I'm still having trouble to find a house to rent or to purchase. And I got a whole video coming up on that about me still struggling to get a house because the real estate is doing just this good. Yet you darn gone failing as a darn gone businessman during this time, Donald Trump. Really? But y'all leave y'all thoughts down below on this bullshit, y'all. I was going to show some flyers of how he's not even really running the swing state market of North Carolina. Like, I done got about 4 more darn gone advertisements for Biden and Kamala's darn gone ass. I ain't seen not nail one of Trump's, not that I would vote for him anyways, nor Biden. But it's like, well, shit, your team ain't even really putting up an effort for you over here in North Carolina, which is supposed to be the swing state for your ass. So, it don't look like he might not win. Y'all might get y'all wish and get darn gone Sleepy Joe up in there along with darn gone wannabe black darn gone Kamala when it's convenient. And then that's going to be the swan song for darn gone Trump, because that darn gone $72 million is going to become due, and he ain't going to be able to continue to push it on out. He ain't going to be able to use his executive authority or nothing. So I wonder what the Candace Owens and the Proud Madness supporters that like to darn gone pop off in my comment section have to say about this. Please leave y'all thoughts down below, especially y'all. I really want the Madness supporters to come on out. This your moment, honey. This your moment. Come on. Come on and be Captain Saving Orange for your darn gone orange orangutan darn gone president. Please tell me how he plan on getting up out of this darn gone shit right here. Please tell me. Please tell me. His only saving hope is the fact that the Democrats picked the most sorriest, tacky, deplorable darn gone person to go up against him. And that, if it really counts on the black vote, he might darn gone win just off of the darn gone absence of so many black people that's not going to vote for darn gone Biden. So that might be his only saving grace. But even then, he's still on the hook for several $1 million by 2022. And then he's still going to be on hook for it in 2024. So he's only delaying the inevitable, because he ain't going to be able to turn around his fortune enough to pay off all this damn debt. So the best case scenario is if he wins, he just delays part of his payment into 2022. But once again, the Trump folks, y'all sign off. My regular subscribers, y'all go ahead and put y'all thoughts down in the comment section as well. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos. Hopefully my darn software don't be hating on the next video and allow me to darn get this camera back on.